All right, today is April 6th. It has been effectively just about 6 months since I began my bulk after my bodybuilding show. Part of that, yes, was kind of some maintenance, rebuilding the metabolism after cutting for so long, and also a brief 4-week mini cut at the beginning of the year. But we're currently up about 40 pounds. Stage weight was like 185. Today when I checked in this morning it was about 226. So I figured it's time to do another Zozo Fit scan, see where we're sitting at, see how the bulk has treated us thus far. I'm thinking of running it about another month and a half before I start cutting down for summer and for my wedding late August. So without further ado, let's see what the results have looked like and how the bulk has treated us thus far. All right, well, I spin around like a fool here. Let's look at the results. So 20.9% body fat compared to 3 weeks ago at 20.1%. My body fat scale has been saying around 17%, which I'm a little bit more inclined to believe just due to the bioelectrical impedance. However, with the Zozo suit, I am mostly concerned about the size differences in the different body parts. So chest and shoulders going down was a little bit surprising as that's been an emphasis, but a 1/4 inch, I'm not gonna think much on it. Waist and abdomen are up. We've been eating good, no surprise there. Quads and hamstrings and hips going up. We've been putting a big emphasis on legs, so happy to see that as well. But without further ado, let's get into today's workout. I am gonna be bench pressing for the first time in what feels like years. I have not bench pressed in a long time. And yeah, whenever people ask how much do I bench, you bench a lot. I always wish I could tell them more than I actually do. So I'm gonna be starting a road to 315, trying to see if I can finally bench 315, been a goal for a long time. So starting up with some warm-ups here, just warming up the rotator cuffs, the shoulders, always doing some 90-90 external rotations, then also some neutral external rotations, making sure our shoulders are primed and ready to press, whether that's gonna be incline chest press, flat bench press, shoulder press, warming up the shoulders and the triceps to make sure that we are mitigating any kind of injury risk. We are training for sustainability and longevity, so I wanna make sure those shoulders are always properly primed. You're crazy and silly if you're telling me you're just going to the gym and hit your top sets right away. At the very least, you should be warming up with at least that exercise you're gonna be doing with light weight. So starting with the bar and kind of working your way up. But this is a fantastic way to prime the shoulders, and I always do this before any kind of upper body lifting and pressing movements. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's see what we can work up to on the first day back benching in years. This is road to 315. It's embarrassing at this point that I still have been unable to bench 315, so I want to dedicate the next 2 months of the bulk block strictly to training to hit 315. It's been a while, probably 2 years at this point since I've been under the bar. So we'll see how this turns, and we'll see. Maybe we'll hit it today, I don't know. It feels okay. It's okay, but I think we're gonna go 185 just to be safe. Let's see how that feels. Should be a walk in the park, hopefully. All right, 2 plates. It's been a hot minute since I hit this. It should be fine. Just my chest, whenever I bench, the right side of my chest just does not seem to like it. That's why I usually prefer incline bench to build the chest, but I don't know. We'll see how this feels and we'll proceed from there. If it feels all right, we'll keep going up in weight, but today, this might be our cap. I don't know. Doesn't feel heavy, it just doesn't feel 100%. But I think for benching, we'll leave it there for today. We'll hit some accessories, probably some shoulder press, incline press, and see how we feel from there.
All right, ordinarily I would just hit like a dumbbell shoulder press, but I figured this is gonna be a lot more applicable to a bench. Just doing a standing military shoulder press. So we can work up to here. Too hard, too fast, and ended up like, I'm pretty sure I've had like an undiagnosed pec tear that's like slowly healed and is better. If flat, it doesn't look flat. Incline is fine, shoulder press is fine. So I just kind of rebuild those neuromuscular bridges, and like reestablish that movement pattern since I haven't benched so long. I'll come back to it next week. That's week 1, episode 1, 225 by 3 is all right. And ultimately too, if I can overhead press 2 plates, I'm sure I could bench 3. Like just the tricep strength and shoulder strength alone. 175, let's get it. Sad thing is on episode 1, I'm pretty sure we're closer to hitting 2 plates overhead and 3 plates on bench, but that's okay. Only other pressing movement that I'll hit today just to give the chest a little bit more love. We're fine. Final accessory, just hitting some lateral raises on this machine here. These, I'm always thinking hands up and out, like flapping wings, and leading with the elbow better than the hand. Tempo is always the key, slow on the way down.